Well, that looks good.
Can you hear me?
It look a little different.
Hello?
You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Shaun.
Right.
Oh, there you are. I hear you, but I don't see you.
Well, I'm sharing my screen.
You're okay. You're driving that. Then I don't see Joe.
I see the preview and then us kind of behind it a little bit.
You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. I can only see me, and I see the game preview.
I'm behind the picture.
Yeah.
Oh. The poster is covering you.
I had the poster up. I thought it was cool to have up waiting for the peeps. I figured that was a good way to warm us up.
Yeah.
Heat it up.
I'm just gonna run and grab a seltzer real quick.
Okay. Uh-oh. Come on. All right.
Is that QR code live?
It should be. You know more about the QR codes. I just went to a website that creates QR codes. And it worked.
Yeah, it's taking me to the web wallet. Okay, cool.
I don't know how that stuff works, but it seemed like it did. I just hope somebody doesn't, there's no technology that can change that, right?
No. That worked beautifully.
I just went to a random website that is free QR codes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
You ready, Shaun?
Ready when you.
I can still hear my Discord up. Gotta shut that off.
Yeah, we got Dallas in the room.
Dallas is up.
Hey, Dallas.
I wonder what my 4K monitor is going to look like on this. I'm a little worried.
I know, because this app makes me go 720.
Yeah. With the 3D stuff, it should be fine. We can start whenever. I'm good.
Oh. All right. We're all here. All right. So we're up and running. So I will take this down. I'm gonna put Shaun on the main screen.
All right.
All right. Shaun is here as the main screen. This is Dynamo Coin game preview we've all been waiting for.
Woohoo.
As you guys saw, I've been making a couple movie trailer promos because we don't have a name yet, but I'm trying to inspire people. And, you know, the whole necro theme is new to me and fun, so had to go with it.
Yeah. I love the tagline, too. Only the dead survive. Hilarious. We got to weave that in somehow.
Yes, totally. That's awesome. Yeah. I love that you guys liked it. Yeah. So, how do you want to do this?
I'm gonna I want to demonstrate a couple of things that I have in the works. This is sort of like technology preview of what the new lobby is going to look like. There's a binary out there right now that is pretty drab, and so I'm going to revamp the new player process so that when you first come into the game, you're going to be dumped right into a 3D environment, and it's much more immersive and immediate as opposed to this kind of wacky, you're answering a bunch of questions on these screens and stuff. So I wanted to show that. And then I do have a demo of the combat as well. And so I wanted to demo that a little bit. And actually what I've got here, I've been posting a couple of updates throughout the day. I have a new source for some models. This is a program called DAZ Studio, which I have, let me just bring it up here a little bit. So it has, in this case, a bunch of models you can see on the left-hand side here. There are thousands of models in the DAZ Studio catalog. They're all like super cheap, and like $8 or $10. And so we can use a lot of these models straight out to integrate into the game. So I've taken this model, I dumped it out to Blender. I'm in the process of rigging it, so that's why it's still T-posing right now here. I still have to rig it, but it'll be a model. It looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. It's one of the models that I own in my pack already. So we're going to start to integrate some more models. Previously, I've been using Mixamo, which I'll just pop that over here real quick. So Mixamo has these kind of characters in it. And there's about, I don't know, maybe five or six fantasy style characters. There's like this thing with antlers. And then, so there's a couple others that I haven't used yet. We already have the Maria one. This guy, I don't know if he's sci-fi. Yeah, he's too sci-fi.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a castle guard, but he looks kind of doofy. I don't really like this one too much. Maybe he could be like a minion or one of the Necro guys. He doesn't look too undead. Nightshade I already took. So you see, there's not a whole lot of fantasy stuff in here. There's a wide range of things, but only 5 or 6. There's a paladin, which I'll probably integrate that one. This one looks pretty cool. So we can use this guy too. But there's only 5 or 6. I've already taken 3 of them, so we're going to run out pretty soon. So I'm going to use Daz as the supplemental source. And like I said, there's hundreds of medieval themed stuff. So going back to the character, when you first create a character, it will generate a wallet for you automatically. You're not going to have to answer any questions. It'll just generate a wallet address for you, and you'll be dropped into this inn environment. This inn is an asset pack that I got years ago, and it's got like these nice chairs on the side where I'm thinking we can put different NPCs that can help you do questions. And then there's this upstairs area, and there's a couple of rooms in here where you can have other NPCs, so you can kind of walk around in here. I was thinking this is kind of cool because it's got like a bunch of spell stuff, so maybe you could do some of the magic stuff here. Over in this other room, there's a map on the wall, and so maybe you could manage your land here. But I'm imagining all of the functions being managed within the 3D interface. So, like all of your different parts of land. Let me get this light out of the way. It's a little bit overbearing. So you see, like this could be like a map of our land, and then you could like click on it to manage all your different parcels of land, or even purchase land. So there might be like a little purchase thing here, and then you click on this and it lets you purchase it. So using the map to interact instead of a bunch of menus and 2D interfaces, I'm thinking making it more just more immersive. So that's part of my idea. We can, I'll just pop into play real quick here.
Yeah, that looks great, Shaun. That really looks awesome. Cool. I love that, that lobby with all the rooms, and that really is great.
Yeah, I think it's a much more immersive. So basically, you'll probably like maybe pop in over at the door here, right? And you'll kind of see this as your opening scene, and then there'll be somebody standing over here, and a little speech bubble pops up and says, welcome, traveler from the foreign land, blah, 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 right? We'll figure out some kind of dialogue for that, and that'll get you going into the tutorial, and then it can walk you around to the different other things that do stuff for you. So, so where do I buy my other characters? Where do I buy my land? Where, how do I craft? How do I do that kind of stuff? And then when you've purchased a piece of land and you are able to enter it, which again, I'm thinking like the map might be the way to do that. I've created a couple of different land layouts, and I've shown short snippets of those. But the idea there is that you will spawn over in front of your house, right? Your house is going to be like kind of basic and maybe only houses 3 characters or something like that to start. And then there's some basic crafting things, right? So we have like some wheat that you might be able to gather, wheat to make bread, or flowers to make things. Probably some animals. I have a chicken and a deer in here, and I'm thinking maybe we could put deer in the forest. You can go hunt the deer and then skin it. So those will be where you get all your materials, but the base land will be very limited in the materials or not have as many different things. And then when you want to exit and go back to the lobby, I created this portal, and then you jump into the portal and it goes back into the main lobby, basically. So that's how I think the level will work. And so you'll run around in the level, do all your crafting stuff, and then there'll be a separate NPC in the lobby level where you can go and enter the combat. So maybe, some kind of guard guy or whatever, some kind of combat oriented person where you can say, hey, I want to go on a challenge or do a quest or something like that. So that'll all be managed from within the lobby. And then I have this, the combat level. So this is the layout of what I'm thinking is the combat level will look like. So it's kind of this head-on 2D. This is kind of what it looks like when it plays. The monster is over on the right-hand side. There could be more than one. This is just a sample wolf kind of thing. And then your one or more players are on the left-hand side, and they have these icons on top of them where they can pick to do an action. And then I have these potions up at the top where you can, if you've crafted a potion or have some kind of special thing, you can use that potion during combat. So I think I can play this. Yep. So there's a health bar and a mana bar or a special ability bar. And the idea is like if this guy wants to do something, you can click on that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of pulsing, that kind of yellow pulsing thing around it. I'm not sure if that shows up on this resolution, but anyway, it shows like I've selected it. And so then like when I selected that little skeleton hand thing, then I can click on this guy. So I click on this guy and then it uses that ability and it'll do whatever that thing is on this guy. And then all mine go red, so I can't play that player anymore. Then I can pick this one and I can click this guy. And if I do a healing thing, maybe I can click this one and heal this guy. And so then when all of them are red, then my turn is over, and then the wolf will do its attack, and then you go back and forth like that until one of the other team is dead. That's the basic mechanics that I'm going to work on in the combat. So that all is still work in progress. I did work this weekend on the server as well to handle some of the combat stuff. So a lot of that's going to be demoed later this week. Actual combat that's all controlled on the server. Shaun,
so this is all developed obviously to be mobile friendly, right? So you would tap whatever that icon to the right over the, over the Valkyrie's head, and then tap the wolf.
Yeah. So any mouse click is simulated with a touch instead. So yeah, it's totally mobile friendly. In the lobby where you actually have to walk around, or in the land level, there's like these two little you can't see my cursor, but like in the lower left and the lower right, there's two little mobile moving dots. They're like virtual joysticks, and so usually on your right hand, you kind of push forward on the joystick, so to speak. It's like it's like a circle with a dot in it, and so that as you move your thumb around, it's as if you're moving a joystick,
right?
So on the left one, you can kind of move it towards the top of the screen, and that'll make you walk forward. The left joystick kind of controls where you look, and so we can do this virtual joystick thing for the mobile whenever you have to run. Yeah, it's a very common. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So definitely compatible with mobile. When you build the project, I don't know if you can see this. The menu's so damn small. When you package it, we have Android, iOS. Oops. There's Android and iOS are probably the only ones we're going to do. There's Linux and Lumen, HoloLens, right? All these other ones, but probably just Windows, Android, and iOS are the ones that we're going to support. So
cool.
Yeah. So out of the box, it kind of just works with that stuff. And I've tested other games using these things, and it definitely works well. So yeah.
Yeah, that really looks great. I mean, that really looks great. I can't believe how much you've moved the ball in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's pretty easy with these asset packs. It's a little bit cheating, obviously, because we should be developing our own assets. But I think once we get some funding, then we start to do that some of the stuff. Yeah. a lot of it is, I can show you just some of the behind the scenes stuff. A lot of it is like this manipulation of models in Blender, right? So this is the model that I'm currently working with to that thief thing. I have to go rig it now, and there's issues like when you have to I'm trying to join these vertices together, because it's called like not watertight. So all of these dots all actually have to, like, the hand is not connected to the arm. You have to go in and manipulate all these little vertices within that to make it be connected. So there's a lot of little minutia of detail on the models, to get these things to work. And that's hopefully what we're going to hire a bunch of people for. But I'll do it for some of the base models just to get us going. But that's a lot of what the grunt work is. It sits here for a couple hours figuring stuff out. So, yeah. But the end result,
like Matrix.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really love that lobby room, man. I think that's super cool, and I know it super cool because you have a lot more fleshed out in it. But that really like dynamite, yeah.
Yeah, this is actually oh, you can't see, there's no light above, but this is actually a pre-made asset from an asset pack that I have in Unity. There's a guy that builds all of these houses and whatever else. I have a bunch. I think I have a few other ones in here. Let's see. No, yeah. So I just have the right now. I just have the one house, which you saw in the initial level, and then this inn, which is the the inn that's in that level. But I probably have like 15 of these things that are pre-made assets. There's like a cathedral and a fort and 3 or 4 of these inns, a blacksmith, a tavern, like all these different kinds of things. So those things, just a couple of hours to get them tuned up and working in Unreal Engine, and it's pretty simple. So really makes things quick.
That's cool. Yeah, Dayless wants us to do a play to pour game. It sounds like.
Yeah, I actually did a VR game using this bar, and it was so funny because I was kind of standing here and thinking about putting the model in and everything else, and my daughter came in and she saw this bar. And she said, "Oh, are you playing VR, Pub VR?" And I said, "No, this is another game that I'm making." She says, "But yeah, but that's the same bar." She remembered the bar I put in the VR game. So it's funny.
Kind of crap.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. And there's just like I said, I have a whole bunch of those. I have 7 or 8 different houses and all kinds of stuff. So yeah.
Very nice.
Crank stuff out quickly.
Yeah, that does look really good, I must say. And I know you've highlighted this before. I mean, compared to, what you see out there at, a lot of the other play to earn, MMO games out there, this is head and shoulders better.
Yeah, I think that's going to be our only differentiator, right? I mean, look, everybody's got it. You can make a copy of Axie Infinity, but then you just be a copy of Axie Infinity. You got to have some differentiator. So I think,
right.
Having high-end cool graphics and something that could migrate into a true MMO, right? A true Skyrim play to earn or something like that. I could see this taking that path. So, yeah.
I was just a demo, but is there any way to show? Can they mine something or like?
I haven't done the so that would happen, again in the land areas. Okay. So you'll go probably, like we'll have some kind of let me just speed this up a little bit here. We'll have some kind of like over here we'll stick a little hole with a mine shaft going in, and then you can kind of go underground and have some nodes that you can mine and whatever and gather the ore, or even just have some of these trees be interactable where you chop the tree and it'll yield some wood or something like that. So I think that's the gist of what I'm thinking about for that gathering stuff. Aside from again these these crops, I'm imagining like there could be like squares here, and you can choose each square what you want to plant and wait for it to harvest in a 3 hours or whatever, how like a Farmville kind of sub game almost. So you gather seeds or buy seeds and then plant them, and it grows in 3 hours, and then you harvest it. I don't know, something like that. So you create some of those crafting loops that people are familiar with, and I think make it engaging.
And then as you move up in the levels, the monsters get bigger and badder and angrier.
Yep. And I have a lot of I'll show you some of the, what's not here, some of the, where's Epic? Epic crashed.
Can PvP talk to each other like a chat bubble?
No, the PvP is just straight up playing against someone else's team, but you're not live playing against them. Yeah, it's just their team, so to speak. So like I have I have this dragon, which is pretty cool, and that's all animated. So we can put that in the marketplace. I mean, in the game. And I have a whole bunch of these fantasy creatures here. This is where the wolf came from. So we got another dragon, and then we got this. I don't know what this is.
Nice. It's like a griffin kind of thing.
Griffin, yeah.
From Harry Potter.
Centaur. Look at that.
And we got the wolf is already in there. So we got those. So there's like there's dozens of these things for $50. It's really easy, and they're pretty high quality. They're like nice looking. So, and I got a bunch of other creatures too. So, yep, yeah,
those look great. They really look great. A lot of great assets.
Yep, yeah, I'm happy.
Cool.
I'm happy with it.
What's a man bear pig? I don't know. We should find that out.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, this all looks great, man. Really, really exciting stuff.
Yep.
Really, really looks great.
Yeah. So now it's now a lot of the graphics are getting fleshed out. It's going to be time to start writing some code that actually does it. And like I said, I did get some progress done on Saturday with the combat server. So I'm gonna start to flush that out this week, and I don't know, maybe next Friday we can actually run an actual combat.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, and I guess we'll have to decide at what point this is enough of a proof of concept to do the Kickstarter or do the Republic or whatever. Start to do the capital raise. We gotta.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
What's the MVP look like? Man, bear, pig. All right, we'll find. All right, I'm gonna note that down. Man, bear, pig.
Totally got to look that one up. I feel bad at South Park. I don't know. I was a huge fan.
All right, I noted that down.
Yeah, really, really cool.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Guys, have any questions? Everybody just enjoying watching the demo. Let's see. Everybody's just watching, so everybody says it looks amazing. Good job, Shaun, considering he's dealing with putting kids back to school and everything else, and
it's all good.
And programming. He's a robot. Shaun is a robot.
Yeah, that's a good question from Sheriff, and I think the answer is we haven't necessarily landed on the hard numbers yet, but the goal is to make it very, very affordable and accessible to everybody to play the game.
Well, I think what he's saying is, and this is something that Kickstarter people do. Be an NPC in the game, one of the computer operated characters, right? He's saying, how much do I have to pay to be that? So actually, in Kickstarters, they will say, if you donate, usually it's one of these platinum level things or whatever, but say you donate $250, then you get to be a permanent player of the game.
Oh, I see. I get it.
Yeah. So either you get to be one of the player characters, or you get to be one of the people in the tavern that the player talks to, right? Like that kind of stuff. So, we could offer that as part of, but you have to do a limited number. So,
I was just going to say that, that has to be pretty restricted, or
so that's why it's usually like $500 or, whatever, $1,000. It's usually pretty up there and very limited.
Or if you donate, I mean, you could choose to have it be Soju Night, for example.
Yep. That's one of the cool things.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep plugging along here, and we'll get a couple more characters dumped in, and I'm going to do, hopefully tomorrow we can demonstrate, or I'll put up a video of the chat stuff going on, the idea of a chat bubble. I can give you, I'm pulling from a game. My concept is like Genshin Impact. So I'll just give you an idea of what it looks like. If you look at some of this stuff, but this kind of thing. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but there's there's a dot. Oh, let's see. There we go. There's a dialogue at the bottom of what the NPC is saying, and then there's one or more choices on the right-hand side of what you want to do. So my thought is, the NPC says, "Oh, do you want to buy some land?" Yes, I do. No, I don't. Something, whatever. Cancel. Right. So that's how you will navigate through the menus using the NPC type interface. So there'll be an NPC that does the land, or an NPC that does the characters, or all the different functions that you want to do, instead of having like these kind of 2D interfaces. Wow. So I started working on this stuff on Saturday as well. Got pretty far, actually. Yeah.
So all the characters, because they're the ones that you choose and load into the game. So somebody can't go to Unreal Engine, buy a character, and add it. No.
It's all in the database. There's a game database. Yeah, it's all controlled by the blockchain. So, yep, you have to buy it through this. No way to put it on the system. Yeah. Yep.
Dying system, hybrid crib.
It would be kind of cool, or you could name the, one of the NPCs for a large donation. That could be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Again, that's what you do with Kickstarter. That's the the platinum level one or whatever. That's pretty typical.
Yeah.
To do that kind of thing, we actually get to be in the game, so to speak. Yeah.
So the game is it's about a 10 gig upload, right? When you put it on your computer?
Yeah, I think let's see. I'm gonna, I don't have the file here. The source is about 8 point something gig, and then it zips to like 3 something right now. So when you download it, it's about 3.5 gig. But then when you unzip it, it is close to 10 gigabytes.
No, my question was for getting at, you don't need the most powerful computer or the fastest graphics cards to play this game. Yeah.
No, it's a very low poly count. Actually, this is not like super heavy duty graphics, and frankly, it's not like a first person shooter where a lot of fast graphics are going to help you anyway. So because it's all turn based. So yeah. So, but yeah, it's very low. This will work on a newer generation mobile device just fine.
Everybody's saying that we need to make a D&D character. I think definitely Shaun needs a character in the game. If one person had a character, Shaun has to have a character.
I don't know.
Dungeon Master, baby. Dungeon Master. The DM.
I'll have to pick some hunky guy from Daz and
That's right.
vicariously live through Gustav or whatever.
That's why they always say, Star Wars. Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Star Wars. George Lucas.
He
created who he wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas, Luke Skywalker.
Right.
So, Shaun, is there any like upper limit to how many characters you could have on the field at one time?
Usually, it's like 3.
Three?
That's typical for this paradigm. Sometimes in a special one, you'll have 4. I think it's because we've agreed to do some kind of like summoning thing. So there may be pets that are additional ones. But I would guess it's typically in this genre of game, it's usually 3. It's usually like a 3v3. That's what like Final Fantasy and Angry Birds Epic and all of these kind of turn-based things. That's what they're basically based on.
Got it.
Yeah. And it gets a little busy, honestly. Like, I mean, it's already like when you play this, I mean, this is already a little tight. So, and if you played this on mobile, like you could, like, if you tried to squeeze another character in there, you could, but you're going to be like really squeezing for the buttons. So
Right.
yeah. So 3 seems to be a good thing.
Yeah, we don't want to mess with the user experience.
Mm-hmm. It's something that people are very familiar with. I think Axie Infinity is very similar to that as well. You must have at least 3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, big thumbs up, it says, for the pets. And yeah.
I'm just running through questions in my head, but so I guess once everything's through, we'll start testing it on iPhone, Android, and will you be able to make more if you're on a faster computer, obviously, or everybody's doing this to mine?
So one of the mechanics that restricts you is that in order to enter a combat, which is the only place that you can earn Dynamo, you have to have this stamina, and stamina will be restricted by like food or some kind of power-ups or something else. So no matter how fast your computer is or anything else, has nothing to do with it, because it's all turn-based. It's all how many combat cycles can you get in a unit of time, and so it really won't matter about the speed of your computer, any performance, network, none of that will matter. It'll just be the stamina, and so we'll reward people for engaging longer in the game by giving them more stamina, because let's say they harvest the crops more frequently or level up their land more, which it gives things that give stamina, which allows you to go into combat. Okay. So, yeah.
Well, it's good for a lot of people that maybe not have a laptop but have a phone. Options for people.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the Necro Lab. Like if it's in that first scene lobby, Shaun, you could have like a bookshelf wall that kind of like moves out of the way, and there's like the lab, the Necro Lab.
Yeah. So I think I have that. Oh yeah, I have it in the crypt. Oops. I do have the crypt. Let me pull up the static model. This is the Necro Lab that we talked about. So it's pretty. This is unlit, so it's a little bit harsh, but there's a lot of spaces in it. Actually, it's pretty involved. Let me see if I can. Let me pull up the lit version.
Yeah, we've got some questions.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Can we create hybrid pets as well as a necromancer lab?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could raise them as your first defense. I would like to point out the example of Vanguard, where the Necro Pet was able to be upgraded with drops from harvested dead enemies. That was a good system.
Mm-hmm.
Will we be able to buy stamina potions or upgrades?
Yeah, so that's part of the whole thing, right? Is that if you want to play more, then you can invest more Dynamo to play more and earn more, right? So we have to figure out the mechanics of that, because you don't want it to be completely play to win. But yes, generally speaking, I think, if people want to pay Dynamo to play more often, then yes, you can.
Hidden room.
I mean, part of the whole thing of this, we want people to have a reason to buy Dynamo, right? Like that's the whole, like, get the coins moving, right? So yeah, the more coins moving, the better for all of us.
Mm-hmm. I would envision a fantasy version of Lovecraft's Reanimator or something.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't watched that in a while.
Had a good question so far.
Yeah,
very cool.
So I'm imagining there would be, like kind of maybe in these back rooms, some dark in here, but some place where you can have pets that are being brewed or whatever, somehow created, and these nice sort of back areas that are segregated off. But obviously this is going to have to be like a super high level land that's been purchased.
The next question, will the amount able to be earned in the game generally be less than the mining directly per day?
I mean, that's got a lot of dimensions to it, right? Because
that's a good question.
Yeah.
Depending on right now the difficulty is super low. So no, there's no way. You would always probably mine more. I mean, again, depending on your setup. Yeah, I would imagine that as we gain popularity, the difficulty is going to go way up, because people are going to realize that there's a value and there's liquidity. So it may be possible to earn more playing versus mining, depending on your hardware and how much you play and that kind of thing. So hard to say. Yeah.
There could be a leaderboard that if they stay in the top 20 for a certain number of days, they earn Dynamo bonus points.
Yep. So that's already, yeah, that's part of it. There's a link to the game mechanics spreadsheet, and that's part of it. So, like a weekly leaderboard, and if you're in the top 5, you get a certain number of tokens. If you're in the top, 10, whatever, rest. Absolutely. Yep. Because that keeps engagement. So definitely. Yep.
A lot of good questions, guys. Trying to think of anything else. I mean, you kind of just moved around different rooms. Anywhere else we can look at? Is there anything as we're moving around waiting for questions?
The only other thing, I will let me pull up the in the gaming Discord. There is a pinned message to the game mechanics. I'm just gonna pull that up real quick here. Just so if people want to, let's see. Oh, that doesn't look very good. I don't know if I can. Oh wait, I can probably zoom this. Let's see.
Yeah, let me see if I can give you a bigger screen.
Yeah, well, I got it zoomed in to 200%. So you'll see down at the bottom here, there's a whole bunch of tabs of ideas. It's on our site too. She said so. This is kind of the overview page. This is like concepts of land. These are some of the characters that I'm thinking about and the abilities, equipment, materials, potions, right? So there's all these details about how the game is going to work. And then I started to task out all the different things by category of what we're going to have to do, all of these different things. So I'm still working on this. But if anybody wants to contribute, please feel free to take a look at the task list and say, hey, I'd be happy to do this thing. The only unfortunate thing is, because I'm using Unreal Engine marketplace assets, I can't open source this. It's a copyright violation. But if we can share the project with quote unquote team members. So we can probably get around that in some way. I just can't make it completely open source. But if people do want to contribute, they can definitely find a way to get people in. So,
Sheriff 1980, will I be able to use the same game wallet for my game on both my PC and my phone? Yeah, I think you just you just put it on each.
Yes, absolutely. It is. It's just a straight up Dynamo mainnet wallet. DY1, whatever. There are recovery words. There's a master private key. You can recover it into the QT wallet. You can recover it into the web wallet. So yes, absolutely. It's just a regular old mainnet Dynamo wallet, and we can recover it anywhere. You can even mine to it if you want. It's just a regular wallet.
Cool. I know a lot of other people have been playing around with it today. I was looking at the Discord. Anybody have any questions or anything they've noticed today? I know everybody was playing around with it today.
See how many downloads we got here. It's been getting a decent amount of attention. Let's see, analytics. Oh, most people are coming from the wallet. That's interesting.
Very cool.
So, yeah, we got 65 downloads. Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely encourage people to have a look at the mechanics, and any ideas you have, please. We're wide open here. So. Yep.
Love it.
Very cool. Let's see. I think that's important. The direct wallet connection is awesome. Yeah, it makes it easier.
Yep.
Sheriff 1980 has downloaded it twice. I love it. I love the passion. Let's see. There isn't some token exchange involved.
There is, right? So each time that you play a round of combat, you get like a winning token, right? A thing that says you won. And every so often, we're talking about maybe 24 hours or 2 days or 3 days, I don't know, whatever. Every some unit of time, you will be able to take those tokens and exchange them for mainnet Dynamo. And the exchange is going to be based on all the other tokens that were awarded during that time frame. So there's a pool of the tokens. There's a pool of Dynamo that people have paid into, right? And people have paid into it by buying land, by buying characters, by exchanging characters on the marketplace. And so let's say over a 24-hour period, there's 100 Dynamo in the pool, and you have 10 tokens. And all the other people have 200 tokens, let's say, right? The total number of 200 tokens. So your 10 tokens represents 5% of the pool. If the pool is 100 tokens, you're going to get 5 Dynamo out of that. So your goal as a player is to win as many battles as possible over whatever that time period is, so that you get the largest share of the pool payout. That's the gist of it. So it's not like a fixed amount where you get 1 Dynamo every time you win. It's based on how much is paid into the pool by all the other players. And obviously, to get it going, the foundation will seed the pool with, I don't know, a couple thousand Dynamo or something like that, just to give some incentive for people to play, because otherwise it'll be 0 in the pool to start.
Make it interesting.
Yeah, they get a little interesting. Yep. So yeah, so that's the idea of the redemption tokens that you win. So every time you win, you get 1 redemption, or maybe 2 if it's a hard game, or 3 or whatever, like bonus and stuff like that. So that's it. Right. You're not. No, that's correct. It's not exchanging. Dynamo is only used to purchase characters or purchase land. That's all that Dynamo is used for. And those purchases go into the pool that is subsequently paid back out to other players. So it's not like you're buying tokens. That's correct. But as we talked about, there may be some kind of stamina potion or something that gives you the ability to play more, but it's not like that. Yeah. It's a lot like Smooth Love Potion. That's basically what it is. Yep. I know it's a little bit of an indirect concept here. I think once we get it going, people are going to understand it. But this is how all of the play to earn blockchain games work, and it just I think this paradigm will be familiar to people who play blockchain games. To me, it was completely foreign how this whole thing could work, and takes a little bit of getting used to.
What was different when creating this one compared to, you've created many games? What are some of the things that are different?
Mostly just because I've created turn-based combat games before as part of some of the like game competitions that I did, stuff like that. So that part's pretty easy. But interfacing with the blockchain, right? I mean, that's a super hard thing to do. That piece is particularly challenging because you want, this people's money, right? So you want to make sure that people can't spend other people's money. Like you have to like, what if I know somebody else's address? How do I make sure that just because I say buy this land using this Dynamo address, that I'm not spending somebody else's money, right? Like every transaction has to be locked against your own wallet that you control with your private keys. So you have to constantly prove that you're the owner of the wallet. So all the security around that is pretty unique. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. And then obviously transmitting the money out of the wallet. Being able to say, this guy said he's buying the land. Okay, let's go spend his money on his behalf, and then confirm that we actually got the money. Because when you send a transaction, there's no receipt on the blockchain, right? Like you don't get a receipt back. So the server has to be constantly monitoring the blockchain, looking for money coming into that pool wallet from that person, right? So all the things about like recording the transaction ID, making sure it's confirmed on the blockchain. Just because it shows up doesn't mean it's confirmed, because there could be a fork. So you have to wait a certain number of blocks, like all those little nuances makes this much more challenging. So that's part of the reason that I want to make a video about specifically on the technical implementation of the blockchain, because I think other developers will be drawn to this technology. This is a pretty intense development effort. So I think that if we publish a video that just generally talks about how to put a game on the Dynamo blockchain, that other developers will definitely be interested in that.
Well, that's part of the big picture, right? I mean, that's kind of the big picture,
Yep.
Look what we did, if you've got the skill set, you can do this too. And then Dynamo becomes the infrastructure for any game manufacturer, developer that knows gaming really well, but may not necessarily know the intricacies of cryptocurrency and blockchain. This would be a nice plug-in.
Yeah. Well, I think too, if we say, hey, come join the Discord, we'll help you build your game, right? As long as you're building on Dynamo, right? We're not going to, if you're building it on Dogecoin, we don't really give a shit. But if you're building it on Dynamo, we'll help you, right? So come on over, and we'll put you on Dynamo. Yeah.
Very awesome.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just looking through different questions. Yeah, B2B.
Left to my. I'm gonna try to switch cameras midstream. Let's see what happens. Whoa!
There we go.
All right. Like you've been doing it your whole life.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised it worked.
So also to go into the game name, do we need to think of a game name or anything? I've kind of tried to throw ideas out there by making the little movie promo. So once we get that, I have it in Photoshop. We can just change the title.
The sooner we do, the sooner that we get optimized with Google and all those other guys, right? So yeah, I think we need to get a game.
I think we should stay on a little longer. We're popping up to 26 right now.
Yeah.
I'm serious. We just popped up 26 people watching right now.
I've been actually workshopping game names, and I keep coming around to I like the word like dynasty. I like dynasty something. It needs another thing like Axie Infinity, but I like the sense of dynasty plays into, the genre, plays into the coin, plays into a lot of things. But I'd like to flesh it out a little more.
Yeah. Dynasty always has that sort of Asian,
It could. Yep.
Kind of thing, right? You always think about that. Yeah.
All right. I might have you go back through one more time, Shaun. We got 84 people just popped on.
It's probably bots. I can't be 84 organic people.
On YouTube, we have 84 people watching right now. So I don't know if you want to go back through again or whatever you think.
We can do a quick walkthrough.
We haven't had this many people before.
Yeah. Sure. Play to earn, baby. Play to earn.
That's what happens when you do the play to earn. It's up to 104, somebody just said.
Okay.
So whatever happened, we just popped and 115 now.
Let me see if I can get OBS back up.
Easy to get out. There we go.
Dynamo Coin game preview. For people just joining us, Shaun has been working on this for a while now, and you're going to be able to mine Dynamo Coin in the game very soon. So, Shaun, you got 115 people.
Yep. All right. Well, okay. So we'll take it from the top, which we're talking about.
Very funny, Dallas. Very funny. Dallas put the bot out.
These are bots. I know. I'm talking to bots. All right. So yeah. So our current current build is a very sort of clunky UI 2D based interface, and we thought about creating a much more immersive initial load. And so to that end, we created this which is a virtual entry into the land instead of this 2D land. So I'm just going to run through it real quick. This is our concept here. This is a model that we just pulled in from DAZ. So I'm just demonstrating that we can use models from DAZ. We've been using Mixamo for a while, but we're starting to branch out into DAZ because there's a lot more models available. This one I'm still in the process of rigging, so that's why it's T-posing. But just demonstrating that we can get the artwork into the game. So the idea is that you will be able to interact with these NPCs and do the different tasks within the game, such as buying the land plots or buying the characters or perhaps acquiring materials or doing crafting. All those different things that you do usually with a 2D menu, we'll do it in a virtual environment instead. And this model, this entry model has a number of other rooms upstairs. So one of the concepts that I had was that we would use this map on the wall as the ability to, let me just zoom in on it a little bit, as the ability to, say, purchase your land plots and then manage them or enter your levels or whatever else. So from this lobby level, you can then go enter one of your land plots. And this is available in the demo on itch.io website already. When you click on go to my land plot, you end up in a level like this. And then you can go around and do different things like crafting or gathering, killing animals and skinning hides. The idea is maybe you can kill the deer and skin it, or picking wheat or picking flowers, crafting potions, crafting food, all those kinds of things. The idea is also that the housing will be different per level. So this is a very basic house, but then there'll be larger houses or castles or different things that can house more players, so that if you want to buy more players, you can house them. Right now, maybe this house would only have like 3 players in it. When you want to exit the level, then you jump back into this portal. That'll take you back to the lobby level. Then from the lobby level, we'll have a combat level, and this is what this looks like. So these are, on the left are your 3 characters. On the right will be your opponent, which could be 1 or more monsters or other characters. And the idea is it's very sort of Final Fantasy or Angry Birds Epic themed, where you have a health and a special ability bar, call it mana or ability or whatever else. You can click on one of the icons to select it. It's kind of glowing. And then you click on the opponent, and then all those turn red, so you can't do that one anymore. So then you pick this guy and maybe click on this guy to defend him, and then click on this guy to attack, and you click on this guy. And then when all of your characters are done playing, then the enemy will play, and then the last one standing wins. Whoever wins, if you win as the player, you get these redemption tokens. The redemption tokens are then used over some period of time to go redeem them for Dynamo out of the community pool that has been paid into by people purchasing characters and purchasing land. We also talked a little bit about the crypt level. I'll just pull that up again. That's, I guess, where we were last. So we have this concept.
The Necro Lab.
The Necro Lab, yep. So there's a Necromancer class, and the Necromancer class will be able to, grow grow things that it can then spawn on the battlefield as pets, and the pets can attack or defend or whatever else. And so this is one of the models, and we envision this as part of one of the upgraded lands. So the idea is you purchase a basic land, and then you can pay Dynamo to upgrade it. And when you upgrade it, you get more features to it, such as this Necro Lab, or perhaps a forge, or perhaps an inn, or a trading post, all the different kinds of things. And I have a lot of models, stock models pre-made, that we can use to do that. So that stuff should go pretty quickly. So, yeah.
Very soon you'll be able to play a game and mine Dynamo at the same time. We're up to 193 people. Anybody have any questions? Not bad, 193 people out there. Let's see. You can harvest bits and upgrade pets. Yes, you can. You will be able to.
Yep. So, yeah, we had. Let me pull up the. I lost that. If you go onto our Discord, you'll find in the gaming channel there's a pinned message which has the Google Docs of all of our the game mechanics in general. So this describes all of the different elements of the game. There's a bunch of tabs down at the bottom. This is open to anyone. Anybody can go take a look at it. And it'll talk about how the game is going to function. These are all of our design elements. We're obviously already well deep into implementing many of these things, but we're very interested in hearing anybody's feedback. Hop into Discord and give us your feedback about this stuff. We love it. There is, on the last tab, a development task list. So this talks about breaking down all the different things. A lot of these things at the top are already done. So almost all of the blockchain interface is already completed. So that's pretty exciting and functional in the demo. You can go to itch.io. Again, the link is posted in our Discord under the gaming channel. I'll just pull it up real quick here. You can see where it is. There is a binary that is available for download. It's about little shy of 4 gigabytes right now. But the binary is functional on mainnet. You can create a Dynamo wallet. You can download the game. You can't play anything yet. You can purchase a starter land, but that's it. And again, the interface in the beginning is very clunky. It's all 2D, and so that will be replaced in the next couple of days with our new and improved and cool interface.
I would say the coolest thing is our stream is mooning. Shiba Inu.
Yeah. Yep. Well, hopefully we have a cool idea that a lot of people like. You know?
Play to earn, baby, with great graphics.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do when you have this many people. 294 people now. You build it, they come.
Mm-hmm.
Dino to the moon is happening. You guys are all here to watch it. And the characters, as you want to pull up the characters on the screen real quick. I guess we'll go through the characters and where you were talking about.
Sure. So there's a bunch of characters that I've created from third parties. So we're using Mixamo as the initial thing. So there's this like Erica, which is the idea is she's a ranger character, so there'll probably be some kind of bows and arrows involved. There is a goblin character which we'll use as one of the pets that the necromancer will raise up. This will probably be like the first level pet or something like that. There's Maria, which is a sword wielding character, so this will be like the typical tank type of character. There is Nightshade, which is the necromancer character. So it'll be like a spellcaster that can raise up to different minions and use them to fight. And then the Daz, the first character that I just worked on this evening, this Shadow Thief. Again, this one's still just a static model. I'm still working on rigging it, but this one will probably be. The eyes are a little wacky because the material is not mapping on the eyes yet. But this one will be an NPC in the initial tavern level where you will be able to interact with them. So they may give you, say, like a quest mission or something like that. And we'll have several of these. We're just starting to get into using Daz characters just because there's literally hundreds of medieval Daz characters that we can draw from directly in order to fill out the complement of NPCs and player characters that we'll need. Mixamo really only has about, 5 to 7 medieval themed characters. So, and we're already using 3 of them. So we'll go acquire a bunch of assets from Daz as well. And I'm working on the workflows to get them properly integrated. And we do have, like I mentioned before, in the building levels, I have this kit called 3D Forge, and there's probably 40 some odd pre-built levels, just like this Green Dragon Inn. It's a pre-built level that came with the kit. Same thing with the crypt. Oops. The crypt is again just a pre-built model that came. So really, you just basically drop this in to Unreal Engine, and it kind of works. I got, like I said, probably between 30 and 40 of these models that we can drop in, so we can make a lot of quick progress on building out the cool features of the game and working on core gameplay without having to wait a long time to put together models.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Right. Just went back through it a second time for everyone. Any questions, people? I've put links in the chat for anybody that would like to try out the game. You can go to the Dynamo website also. Anything I've missed, Shaun? I guess you go to the Dynamo website and you can download it, but I've also put the link of the demo in there.
Yeah, and again, hop on Discord. We've got a very active community, a lot of friendly people there, and I'm on there very frequently, and we'll answer any questions you have.
Sounds good. Great to see mini encounters within the lands, like a mini game thing.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Definitely want to do any of those kind of things, like hunt the deer and skin it for materials, or have little mini battles or whatever else. Absolutely.
Very cool.
Live engagement.
All right. We've had a lot of good engagement. Anything else you want to? I know we've went through it twice, so I don't want to sit there. Everybody can go back through and watch this thing. If you've missed anything, please go to the Discord. If you have any questions, it's probably the best place for you to get more questions asked. Here, I'll put that in the link on the side.
Yep.
Anything else? Shaun's done a lot of talking. He needs a little relax.
Gatorade.
Time. Yep. Before going back and programming some more.
That's a white wine. I don't know.
Now you're talking.
What's your drink of choice when you're programming?
Usually just some seltzer, because you got to keep a clean head.
Okay, you got to keep a. I know when you said wine one day, I was like, man, I couldn't be able to.
Yeah.
That's brave.
Mm-hmm.
But it is super exciting. Great job, Shaun.
Yeah.
Good job, Shaun.
Everybody out there, yep. Get involved, get the wallet, get the game.
Yep.
Definitely.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Are we doing Monday, Wednesday?
Monday, yeah. I hope to do
Monday.
a great demo on Monday, yeah.
All right, guys. Tomorrow night at 8, come back and hang out with us. We'll see a little bit more of this, and we'll talk crypto. Have a good night, everybody.
Cool. Good night.